Hello Pisces, welcome to your mid-December 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. I hope you're having a wonderful December so far. So this is for the midpoint of December up until New Year's Eve. The main point that I want to focus in on that is different about the second half rather than the first half of the month is that we have a glorious full moon in the sign of Cancer on the 22nd of December. So for you Pisces, this is an incredibly fun moon. As full moons go, this is probably going to be one of your favorites, if not your favorite. It's a very fun, larger than life full moon. You're going to be wanting to focus on the things that bring you joy, that bring you pleasure. It's a great moon to have over the festive period because you'll be going to more parties, you'll be feeling fantastic, you'll be looking fantastic. You'll have more opportunities, whether they're romantic or whether they're adventure. But it's a very expansive full moon, so you're going to be wanting to take on everything and do everything and attend every party and all that stuff. We were saying at the beginning with the December reading that you have to simply show up to the opportunities because you have Mars there in your sign. We also have Neptune, your ruler, in your sign, and it's direct now, so it's all systems go for you Pisces. It's a brilliant sky for you, and then this full moon is just going to be the icing on the cake. As well as that, we have the sun moving into Capricorn on the 21st, which rules your 11th house of social activities and friendships. So really for you, you're going to be the belle of the ball in a big way, okay? So you're also going to be more creative if you're living by your creativity, as many Pisces are prone to do. You're going to have a lot of inspiration. You're going to have a lot of feelings. It's going to be a supercharged full moon, which can make you quite tearful. Sometimes it can possibly illuminate certain things that you want for yourself that you don't have. But the feeling that you need to engage with is as if it is already there. It's not the full moon to waste on wishing something was different. It's about the opportunities that come around this climate that you can make the most of, okay? You're possibly going to, just an FYI, if you drink a little bit too much, you might be on your phone texting people, letting them know how much you love them, so be careful of drunk dialing and all that sort of stuff. Also, some of you may suddenly discover under this full moon a pregnancy, as this is also the 5th house of children. So just to make you aware, that could be something that comes up. If you're not looking for that, just be mindful, because it's a very fun full moon. I think you're really going to enjoy this one, Pisces. You're going to be overrun with, I'd say, to be honest, I would suspect tears of joy over something that makes you feel very sentimental and in the moment. As a Scorpio, my equivalent is the full moon in Pisces, and I always have a great time. The full moon in Pisces. Now let me see. Ace of Swords. So this is all about triumph. It's all about victory. It's all about cutting through the BS, most importantly, coming through to the other side and being clear in your intentions, being clear in your thought patterns, being truthful. Because the full moon shows all, so always remember that if you're trying to get away for things for too long, the full moon will out you. And that's not to say you're doing something, but if you suspect somebody else is, you may have the courage under this particular full moon in Cancer to call them out on it. Judgment, calling people out, seeking the truth at all cost. Now, judgment is also to do with following your calling. Now, we were talking about Mars giving you this additional boost in energy. Neptune is now direct in your sign. The fogginess has cleared. And you are going to be... You're going to be going from, I suppose, baby shark to daddy shark. Just because that song is stuck in my head now. You're going to be, as I said before, a big fish in a little pond. Great time to be a Pisces. Mercury is direct in Sagittarius from the 12th. And we were talking about the Sun and Jupiter in Sagittarius for you and how it was affecting you in terms of your career. There may be news. There may be some kind of news or message surrounding the next step of your career. For some of you, it could involve traveling. It could involve moving. It could be a job that involves a lot of travel. But I feel like you're waiting for a message on the next step for some reason. This could also be romantically. It's definitely for a lot of you travel or relocation. Maybe the Sagittarian energy has enlightened you to what it is that you actually want to do. The challenge is the Queen of Swords. And the outcome is the Five of Cups. Okay. And the Ten of Wands is underneath. So, no, the Five of Cups is always that card which is most importantly about perspective. Now, I was saying earlier that the full moon in Cancer, while it is known as the pleasure moon for you, it is also a moon that may illuminate things that you wish you had. So this is, the Five of Cups is a warning that you must focus on that which you do have rather than that which you don't in order to increase your opportunities and for your own happiness. There's no point crying over spilt milk is the phrase. These three have spilled and he's mourning them, but there are the two still behind him. It is all about his objective sight, what it is that he can see, what it is that he is choosing to pay attention to. So you're being offered a choice, Pisces, rather than a predetermined outcome, okay? The Ten of Wands means that you may be taking on more than you can handle. As you can see the moon in the background, he's trying to take on everything at once. Full moon energy can make you do that. It can make you expand things, expand worries, expand concerns, to the point where the truth will out. So if you have been taking on too much, expect it to come to your attention that it is hurting you or harming you or wearing you out. So with the Six of Swords, movement is very well aspected. It's very important that you are moving on to the next step rather than looking backwards, okay? The Five of Cups. He's not a particularly happy picture. And astrologically, there's every reason to be happy. So I feel like you are worried about something or concerned or missing something or someone, Pisces, is the feeling that I'm getting. It's almost as if you feel like you're missing out on something else. The problem is you are not totally in tune with your head at the moment. The Queen of Swords is somebody who thinks with her head and is okay with being alone. So I think for a lot of you, there's a relationship concern, or there is a concern of leaving somebody and being on your own, because you may feel like you would rather be with the wrong person than be on your own at the moment. That's one way of looking at it. Or you may be in a career where you have good financial opportunities, but you're not happy, okay? Something about your environment at the moment seems to have a double-edged sword, as was the case with the Ace of Swords. Something's good about it, but also something's bad. Eight of Swords. There's something keeping you where you are, but it's also something that is somewhat restrictive. So it's interesting. It's like you like where you are, or you've a reason to stay, but you know it's not working for you. Two of Cups, it could very well be romantically. It could be that you're very much in love with somebody who is still single, so you may not be official. Ace of Cups is in the positive. The challenge is the Page of Cups, so you are getting challenged by a lover. And the Eight of Wands is in the outcome, so that does suggest for sure that some of you are traveling. Could be something as simple as traveling home. Okay, so let me see. There is a lot to be said about changing. Now, I was saying about perspective. So the Five of Cups, yes, it is about turning around and acknowledging the Two of Cups, which stands upright. Okay, so there's love here. For those of you that are single, there's definitely a new potential coming to you soon, okay? If there is nobody, I think this really seems to suggest there may be somebody coming through, although they may involve you moving somewhat, so they may involve you traveling, even just going out in a different town. It's sort of as if most Pisces will have success by meeting somebody in a different environment. So if you're just going on a short trip, for example, you may meet somebody. For a lot of you guys, I think the problem seems to be with your heart or your head. You know, it's as if you can't rationalize certain points of a relationship. It's that you think this is the ideal person, but your head tells you otherwise. So your heart says yes, your head says no, is basically what I'm seeing here. And this person is possibly giving you reason to be upset. This is the challenge. They're giving you reason to be upset, but your head has no say in this. You know, it's as if you've been a little bit blinded. With Neptune going direct at the end of November, this is going to start to unravel. So the way that you've seen people will start to change. You may realize you have been a little bit too accepting of certain things, or you have been a little bit blind to the way somebody else was treating you. It could be an earth sign. It could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It could be a fire sign. It could actually be, you know, any sign, of course. I'm just making you aware of what's here. For a lot of you guys, I think it sort of seems as if you need to get some space from this. It's almost like you need to get a bird's eye view. Do you know what I'm saying? It's funny, we don't have any major arcana. So this is quite small. But at the same time, with the Eight of Wands, there's going to be fast-moving energy coming in. So it's as if you can't get a break to think about what it is that you truly want, Pisces. It really is as if your head and your heart aren't quite aligned at this point about a certain issue. It could be because you like somebody at a distance. It could be because you like somebody who's with somebody else. It could be because you like somebody who you're not even speaking to. There seems to be some level of distance in the equation, but you're hoping out because you feel like this person is the jackpot. Right, the devil just popped out. So there's sort of an unhealthy attachment to something. I'm going to lay down the next spread before I go into this, because I feel like we need some major arcana to clarify. Six of Wands, Three of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. And the Moon. So we have one major arcana. So this really, I mean, Pisces, this is very much all within your control. This is very much to do with perspective. With the lack of majors, it feels very much as though you are at a point where you have to make something move. The Moon is going to be the most important. So that full moon in Cancer that I was telling you about is going to be the most important. What is it within you that you're so afraid of? What is it that concerns you the most? The Moon can very much highlight the false illusions that we're living under. So if you have been seeing somebody the wrong way or in an idealized fashion, this may come to a head. Emotions will resurface. I do think the full moon, as enjoyable and wonderful and Nine of Cups as it is going to highlight some emotions. The festive period can do that for people in general. It can make you aware of what it is that you're missing. And the problem with that is then it can completely deduct from your experience of what you have. So it's good to find the spirit that you need in something that you already have rather than focusing on the lack of it, because it is better to be present in the moment with your situation than to be dissecting it. Now, as I said before, the most important thing you can do this month is show up and keep going, because opportunities are going to present themselves over and over and over and over. But at the same point, you may miss them if you're concentrating on this one thing. So for example, if you are heartbroken over somebody who doesn't want to be with you or has left you or something like that, if that's where your heart is panging from pain, focus on your friends, focus on your family, or focus on the things that you can enjoy. Go to the parties anyway. Don't sit at home like that girl in the t-shirt song where she's like, I'm sitting at home and nothing but your t-shirt, and she's all upset. That song always bugs me. It bugs me. Just go out. This is what the Three of Cups is saying. If you are upset about something or someone, go out, be seen, post a bunch of pictures of you looking great. I know that's shallow advice, but you have to enjoy your life for you. You have to live in the moment. This is saying the more that you go out and enjoy yourself, the more of a success you will be. You should have some great opportunities in your career, in your work this month, Pisces. And it's a shame whenever somebody's going through a great time in one area and the other area is suffering. But the problem with the Ace of Swords is that there's something that's not quite right. There's a truth that kind of needs to be spoken, and there's something that you need to see. Oftentimes, we realize how painful relationships or past relationships have been in hindsight a while after the fact, because the illusion's worn off. There has been a foggy illusion in terms of Pisces hearts with the Neptune influence. You have possibly been accepting worse treatment than you would have liked to, and you've maybe not seen it as such. But the Nine of Cups is promising you something good, okay? It's just all a matter of being in the moment and being present and showing up. The full moon is going to draw your attention to what it is that you need to accept, because you're going to be fine. You have the Eight of Wands and you have the Nine of Cups. You need to be very, very sure of yourself under this period, because things are going to be moving quickly. With the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, things are going to start moving. There's new opportunities in love if you are single, as I say. There's new opportunities for self-love. Your relationship with yourself can improve dramatically. In fact, it seems to be that a lot of things are waiting for you. They just require you to find them. Opportunities wise, I do think a lot of you seem to be getting more opportunities to move around a bit. It looks very travel oriented. So if you are moving home for the holidays, or you are changing job in the new year, just know that it's a brilliant opportunity. It's a brilliant time. With Mercury direct after the retrograde period, you're going to be seeing a lot of opportunities arise that were suppressed during retrograde season. And although retrograde season can take it out of a lot of people, it can take away your energy, you have to go along with these. If you haven't been reflecting and seeing things for what they are, now that Neptune's retrograde is lifted, you're going to start getting that clarity. You're going to start seeing things in sharper focus. You're going to see opportunities for what they are, and you are going to take them. Pisces, you may realize someone really, 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 really screwed you over in the past. And, you know, time heals all wounds, but if you have been taking less than you deserve, time can also make you angry, and you can think, why on earth did I accept that? Prosperity and a golden opportunity. As I said, career is on top of the world for you. The opportunities that come up this month are going to be rare, and they're going to be important that you go for it. Important doors are opening for you. Walk through them. Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Maeve. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions, okay? So if you do feel a little bit teary over the full moon, like you're really happy one moment, excited about life, and then a bit emotional, show yourself some compassion. This is all part of a bigger picture, and things are starting to move. So if you're feeling a bit run down, a bit weepy, a bit emotional, just know that things are changing. The year is nearly complete, and it's a great time for new starts. So if you've taken all you really can, and you've showed up to the parties and you're exhausted, then rest. Just make sure you don't miss it all. My vibes speak louder than my words. Check your vibe, Pisces. Also check the vibes as well about other people. If you get a funny feeling about folks, you're not going to be able to gloss over it anymore, as you have been doing. You're going to be able to sense when someone's not quite right, okay? The perspective is changing. Ooh, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Well, that is true. You're going to be yourself and you're going to be honest. So this is all about your vibration, your honesty, being who you truly are. I love how these are color coordinated. This full moon is going to be a game changer, I think. Nine of Cups is always that wishing card, isn't it? So what are you going to be wishing for? And is it going to match your truth, or is it going to match your old truth? Because it's changed. Perspectives are changing. The clouds are clearing and you're seeing things for what they are. And it's up to you to make the next move. Just make sure you're making it through the best lens of yourself. You have to be seeing yourself clearly. You have to be seeing others clearly. And that is when you're really going to progress into a new terrain of wonder, which is your authentic truth. Okay, Pisces? So I love you guys, and I will see you in the new year. Take care. Bye-bye.